Welcome to my apartment tech tour. In this video, we'll look at how I get the most out of my space and elevate the look of my budget apartment and the tech that is included in the process. My friends, put on the full screen, this'll be a fun one. Enjoy the episode. This is my living room, though it also doubles as a self-crafted den. We'll explore that part in just a moment. It's a space where I allowed myself to think beyond convention, and I believe it shows. Let's dive into some living room tech. For the most part, I'm using tech that blends into the Google ecosystem. To start with, for my TV, I'm using the TCL Q7. Lovely TV, great picture quality, okay color accuracy. While I really enjoy the ecosystem for the TV, the interface is becoming a little slow to operate now. It's not as snappy as the first day, but like I said, it has a very good picture quality, and I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10 for daytime viewing. I also have the TCL Q6310 soundbar, which is a budget option, yet very impressive. It's a 3.1 soundbar that includes a wireless subwoofer. I use this entertainment setup to game on my PS5, watching movies, football, and F1, which I got hooked on recently. Man, what a sport. And before we dive into the design, I'll tell you about this boring tech. It's the LEVOIT 100S. If you have allergies, you'll want to invest in this. It's an amazing air purifier, and it works with the Google ecosystem. As for the design and the feeling of my living room, I wanted to create something cozy, warm with wood details, and include the right amount of greens. And the sofa plays a big role in the entire setup. This sofa right here is called Soft, and it's from Structube, which if you're from Canada, you may be familiar with that brand. It's very comfortable and it has a very inviting look. And along with that, we have a coffee table here that is actually a bench. It's called Terry, also from Structube. And just off the side of the sofa, I have an accent chair here. And on the foundation of this setup, we have a rug here that is from IKEA. It's called the Vellerslev. I think that's how you pronounce it. And honestly, don't let bright colors intimidate you when it comes to rugs, but general cleaning, they actually stay clean. I've struggled with designing the space for a while. Whatever I did just seemed to not work, and that resulted me in making very frequent changes. See, this is a one-bedroom unit, and I used to have my office space in my living room. That, as you can see, has changed, but the thought of moving my bed into my living room was kind of odd, unless I came up with a way to separate the two. And if you can't already tell, the code name for this project is turning my bedroom into my office. A few weeks ago, I called my dad to see if he wanted to take a trip to Home Depot with me. After a long search for the most straight set of planks, we ended up buying 16 pieces of wood planks. Got Home Depot to cut them to 98 inches, which gives me room to drill these legs on the bottom for mounting. Anyways, we spent some time sanding all the planks and drilled a hole on the bottom to install the legs. The installation was actually quite easy. Flat part of the plank lines up with the ceiling and the bottom with the legs are on the bottom, then tighten to secure. The hardest part of the installation was actually building that symmetry, as all of these planks are not perfectly straight. Anyways, we installed them. I spent a bit of time putting on a couple coats of wood finish, and there we have it. This is basically how I created a mini bedroom space within my living room. And as a bonus, these slats gives the space a taller look, therefore making it look more so like a loft. But I think in general, that's just a very nice modern way to separate a room. And the entire project cost me a little over $200. Not bad. Before we dive into the office, let's talk about my charging station here. I have a standing desk locked in the standing position here, and this is the FlexiSpot E7. Love the motors on this desk. The reason why I have a desk here is in case I want to film some unboxing stuff. And on the wall, I have IKEA's Scottish pegboard setup. It's wired up with my chargers, drone, gimbal, and all the other tech that I need to charge up overnight and that kind of stuff. This is sort of where I keep my filming stuff. But let's take a look at the foundation of my charging setup, as things to charge can really add up these days. I have to start with this cable. This is a 240 watt fast charging cable. It's tested for 300,000 bends. It's built to last 100 years. Able to withstand minus 40 degrees Celsius and still charge like a pro. Made with upcycled braided nylon, this cable is eco-smart and power ready. This solves your cable need, which is great, but what if you have a bunch of devices that need to be charged up in the most efficient way possible? This is the Anker Prime charging station, the 250-watt powerhouse designed to simplify everything. With 6 high-speed ports, you can charge your laptop, phone, tablet, earbuds, and more, all at once without losing speed. And want to monitor your charging process? This is my favorite part. The 2.2-inch display gives you real-time charging stats, so you're never left guessing. And maybe you want to turn the LCD display to something fun. Set one of many clock displays to add another purpose to Anker Prime. This charging station is smart, literally. Intelligent power control automatically adjusts output to deliver the right amount of power to every device. No overheating, no overcharging. Just fast, safe power every time. It's even got Active Shield 3.0, monitoring temperature 6 million times a day to protect your gear. Home, office, or on the road, this is the one charger that replaces them all. Special thanks to Anker for bringing my charging station to the next level, and they're helping me bring this portion over to you. Alright, welcome to my office space. This is where I spend about 12 hours or so a day, and I'm so happy that I have a dedicated space to work. I really wanted to build a workspace that inspires me daily. For the past couple of months, this spot is doing the trick for me. Keeping the tech very intentional here, loving the Marshall ACTON 3 lately, I wake up and bang out some tunes to start my day, and then directly head into work mode. I have a bureautic standing desk setup here. I decided to go with a darker desktop for a bit. I actually just made a desk tour explaining my desk setup very recently. I won't get into all of the desk setup details on this video. My main work machine is my MacBook Pro. This is where I edit, write out ideas, and take client meetings in the most cinematic way. And here is what I mean. You've upgraded your lighting, your entire setup, but you're still using a basic internal camera that your laptop comes with? While laptop cameras are great, why not take it up a notch? It's time to meet the future of streaming and video calls, the OBSBOT Meet 2. In the box, you'll get the camera itself, a mount, USB-C cable, and a USB A to C adapter. This is the smallest 4K webcam on the market, compact, stylish, and built to perform. With ultra-sharp 4K at 30 frames per second, dual mics with noise reduction, and an HDR-capable half-inch sensor, the Meet 2 delivers crystal clear video. And it's not just smart, it's AI smart. With AI auto-framing, it keeps you perfectly centered, whether you're presenting, moving, or even in a group setting. I have my Meet 2 mounted on the side of my monitor, and it frames me so well despite being on the side. Need a quick zoom or tracking? Just use a simple gesture. No buttons, no menus. The Meet 2 adapts to portrait or landscape, comes in 3 sleek colors, and includes a magnetic mount for effortless setup. Whether you're live streaming, podcasting, or just hopping into a Zoom call, the OBSBOT Meet 2 brings pro-level quality to your workflow. It also offers its own software compatible with both Windows and Mac. The software gives you access to firmware upgrades, tuning out your image contrast, saturation, and a lot more. You have so much freedom with the software, you are able to dial in a lot of settings. Of course, these are optional. The webcam is basically plug and play.
Alright, so just looking at our footage here, recording at 4K at 30 frames, and I have the high bitrate recording on, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the dynamic range that is coming out of this cute little camera.
And once you are done your meeting or streaming session, go ahead and put on the privacy cap that comes with the webcam. Since I have my MacBook to the side, having a camera that is on top of my monitor is making the setup for my meetings less stressful. This way, I don't have to move my MacBook to the middle of the desk. OBSBOT Meet 2 has been a great new addition to my desk setup. Another recent addition to my desk, one I can't seem to stop talking about, is the ASUS Flow Z13. Even though I don't edit on the Flow Z13, I really enjoy using the ASUS Flow Z13 as my gaming tablet. I actually walk around with it when trying to get productivity-related tasks done too. It's a versatile 2-in-1 device that perfectly combines gaming capabilities with productivity features. The tablet form factor with detachable keyboard gives me flexibility in how I work while still having enough power for gaming sessions. So the theme from my living room carries on to my office space too. Even though this is a darker space, I have wood accents bringing warmness and functionality into the space. From the sideboard storage unit that I keep things that I need daily and maybe hourly, like cables and batteries and that kind of stuff, to my Amazon Acoustic panels here, there's literally wood everywhere. And by the way, everything that I mentioned in this video will be linked in the description. Now, because there's only a few hours of quality natural light here in a day, lighting the space is pretty tricky, and I actually mostly hang out in a low light setting here unless I'm filming. I've got a single Govi smart light set up here at the side of my desk, and other warm decorative lights surrounding the space as well. And for the times that I'm filming, I have a Neewer FS150B bicolor light mounted onto the ceiling with a lantern softbox to spread out the light as much as possible. You know, I really don't like light stands, so this is a really clean look. Even though this is a filming space for tech-related videos like these, I want my space to be very inviting and not look like a room full of tech, which, if you're in the beginning of your journey in designing your own office or tech space, think about the aesthetics and functionality first before gearing up the room. And this way you're actually mindful about your purchase decisions. I have a message from ERA, Electronic Recycling Association. And no, this portion is not sponsored. ERA takes used laptops, phones, and other electronics, wipes them securely, and then donates them to schools, other nonprofits, and vulnerable communities across Canada. When I found about their message, I wanted to help them raise their voice. Their mission is to give electronics a second life where they're truly needed. They also have retail stores in multiple cities. They actually sent me a Dell Latitude 7300 to check out, which I will also donate to someone who is in need. So if you got any old tech lying around, please consider donating it. It's a small action that can make a huge difference. On the empty wall on top of my desk, when the mood calls for some entertainment while working, I'll throw on the Anker NEBULA Cosmos 4K projector. It's a versatile projector capable of displaying up to 200-inch screen size and has a brightness of 1800 ANSI lumens, which is very effective for daytime viewing. It features a hybrid beam technology combining LED and laser for improved brightness and color accuracy. This projector runs on Google TV operating system, which is awesome for the ecosystem lovers. Yeah, I recently got the idea of including this projector in my work setup, and it's a lot of fun. I often find myself kicking back on my saw and Eames chair, watching some sports, YouTube on my projector. Thank you for checking out my apartment tech setup. I hope you were able to take something away from this video, either about interior design or about tech. As always, it has been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next video.